Now there's been a bit of talk lately by right-wing bloggers that the Greens were insensitive to propose a way to pay for the Christchurch earthquake so soon after it happened. Personally, I think the faster a financial solution is found, the better. John Key and Bill English have mentioned that WFF might be on the chopping block. The Jackal doesn't appreciate that kind of shock doctrine and negative politicking. The right-wingers say that there are people who receive WFF that do not deserve it. However, the majority of people are receiving WFF because their income does not cover their costs. This is due to high rents, the increased cost of living, and taxes that are targeted at the poor. It is apparent that any cuts National is planning on WFF will affect those most in need. The real outrage must be that National would consider using the Christchurch earthquake as an excuse to ram through elitist legislation. Catcus Kate has this to say: "Let us see how much New Zealand has overspent on welfare in the past decade, whereby we cannot afford to help those most in need. Let us have the figures." Okay, Catcus, firstly, that is a contradiction in terms. The welfare dependent are the most in need. Here's a few calculations to see where all the money has gone. Summary of politicians' wage rises since 2007. Helen Clark receives a $13,000 increase, raising her gross from $362,000 to $375,000. Sean Key's wages in 2008 up $18,000 from $375,000 to $395,000. Sean Key's wages in 2010 up $7,000 from $395,000 to $400,500. That's an increase of $38,500. Tax cuts for the wealthy 2009 and 2010 means the Prime Minister receives approximately $13,000 additional each year. That's earnings, not perks or the freebies. Not a bad amount to put in your back pocket each year, huh? MPs' salaries jumped $14,200 and ministers jumped $24,650 in the same period. Let's contrast that with what beneficiaries have received. As at 1st April 2008, a single invalid beneficiary receives $11,970 per year to survive on. In 2009 it went up to $12,374, and in 2010 it went up to $12,616. That's an increase of $646 for invalid beneficiaries. So Catcus, you prickly old pear, you're completely delusional. Trying to blame welfare for any inability of the government to fund the Christchurch rebuild and help those most in need is not only incorrect, it is unproductive and disgusting. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, the Asshole of the Week award goes to Catcus Kate.